us maybe ski through the ice in it, and also we can, if we get far enough on the ice, we can almost get right on top and stay up on top of it.
Oh, really? Skiing on the ice? Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So here we are, Glen and Carew. Let me see if I can get that camera whipped around like that. There we go. We're out for the first day of swimming and skiing. There you can see the venue, which is a partially thawed slough behind Glen's house. Plenty of ice and plenty of fun to be had. So,
yes, plenty of ice.
Good morning. Before I continue this video, I wanted to give a little introductory comments and some explanatory comments. So it was April 4th when we went out, 2013. That was our first water ski of the season. Unfortunately, Kyle, you dirtbag, is in Guatemala enjoying wonderful weather with his wife. So kudos to him. Kyle, I'm sorry we missed you. So I guess I just wanted to quick introduce ice skiing, the concept of ice skiing, which I had never heard of. You could hear Glen talk about it slightly before, in the first part of this video. Ice skiing is where you're skiing behind a boat, and you go up from the water onto the ice that's still formed on, whatever water you're on. Fortunately, the ice tends to be at almost the same level as the ice. It's highly recommended that you use jump skis, as jump skis have a very low profile fin that's also quite wide. You get up on the ice and you ski on the ice. The only difficulty is the frictional transition between the water and the ice. If the ice is slushy, it's much slower than the water. If the ice is hard, it's much faster and slicker than the water. And you don't really know what you're going to get until you get there. And so you have to be ready with your balance. So we were using Glen's fishing boat, which has a 40-horse Mercury outboard motor on it. And then we had to do a dock start. Unfortunately, I don't think I got any dock start video here. But you have to do a dock start. Primarily because I'm not sure, the boat might have been able to pull us up out of the water, but the water was also 37 degrees, so we weren't inclined to be laying in the water before we started. So anyway, here is a video of Glen, who went first. Okay, so that was a little bit of him ice skiing. The primary difficulty here, as you may be able to tell from this video, is that there were only two of us out there. So the person driving the boat was also the person having to film, and we were doing it with my smartphone, previously my dad's smartphone. So anyway, it was really hard to get good footage because you're also trying to not hit things in the water. And there's lots of stuff in the water this time of year. Sticks, large branches, huge ice floes that are broken free, which is fine skiing over those. You don't want to hit them with your boat necessarily. You don't want to hit them with your boat. And if you do, well, I guess you'll find out later. So anyway, so I went next, and I wasn't quite as... I was more risk averse than Glen when it came to the ice skiing. We were wearing a helmet and a full wetsuit, but nonetheless, I went on 3 or 4 sections, like 10 or 20 foot sections of ice, and just about biffed it each time. Especially when I hit one really slick, solid ice piece that had no slush on it. I almost went down. I barely saved that one. And we were probably going, 20 miles an hour. Not really fast, but when you're skiing across the ice, it sure looks fast. All right, so that was my first go. What you saw in the background was Glen actually carried me all the way down from the slough behind his house into the main channel, which is the main shipping channel of the Mississippi. And that bridge you saw was the interstate bridge going from Minnesota to Wisconsin. So, we're heading down. It's April 4th. It's 35 degrees, 38 degrees outside. Sunny. That was something, I guess. And I'm waving at people as we're going by the road, with all the car traffic, and waving at people on the bridge. And as we got past the underneath the interstate bridge, the downriver side, at the what's called Levee Park. And I think Dan, you and I have walked down there before, have been down there. But it's a big park, rarely used, honestly, by the citizenry of Winona. But there's a large concrete, not dock, but landing, I guess, along the river at this park. And this time of year, it's about 2 feet, the level of it is about 2 feet above the water. And so as Glen's pulling me down, of course the idea here is to have a dock finish because you don't want to drop off in the water. So he ended up, going towards, he gave me the signal. This is the, let go of the rope signal. And he went over towards that concrete abutment. And the nice thing is it's probably 100 yards long. And so I let go of the rope and just skied parallel with that concrete landing until I had lost all my momentum, and then I steered in and sat down on the concrete, and it worked great. And the bonus is that there were two college girls, about 20 yards away, sitting there watching. So I gave them a, manly salute. Not that manly salute, and it was too cold for that. Let's see. So anyway, so that was my first go. This next one, you'll see Glen skiing on the ice again. But as we were on our way back up to where his place is, I was trying to, I had the camera kind of all over. I was trying to avoid the ice, and then you'll see as I pan around, and there's no Glen. There's just the rope bouncing in the water. It's like, what happened to Glen? So here's this. So as you can see, what happened to Glen was he finished on the ice. So he got up on the ice, let go of the rope, and then glided to a stop. So I whipped around, threw him the rope back, and the funny part about this is that I'm trying to get some clear water to where I can start the boat and pull him off the ice. The problem is there's this huge ice floe in front of me. So there's two things that happen when I hit it. The boat hits this ice floe, sort of a glancing blow, and kicks me more sort of perpendicular to the flow of the river. By the time he gets up and I'm trying to film like this, and I turn around, it's like, oh crap! The opposite shore is like 20 yards away, so I have to whip the boat to the left. And again, the problem with that is this little fishing boat has such a sharp turning radius that if you turn it too sharply, you end up swamping the boat. So. Yeah, so that explains some of the video that that you're going to see here.
Okay, we had the ice start. The ice landing. Now for the ice start.
Let me back up a second.
Titanic, eat your heart out.
Okay, keep going. Keep
Hold on, I got a big iceberg in my way. Yep, no. Oh. What? Ready?
Okay, so that was Glen's second go. Now here's my second run. The funny thing about this scene is, you know, it started off innocuously enough, and I'm skiing along, I'm going across a couple of ice patches, and then I see something coming, and I'm wondering, does Glen see it? But he's too busy looking at me and filming me. So see if you can tell from the sound of the boat motor what happened.
I'll drive over by the ice.
Did you hear it? Did you hear the sound of the boat motor change? So what happened is he hit this huge ice floe, went right up and over it with the boat, and there's a prop guard on the propeller, so it kicks the boat motor up out of the water, which is what that sound is you're hearing. And of course, when that happens, the rope goes slack, and then he gets on the other side of the ice. The prop falls back in the water. The boat takes off again. And then the rope goes taut, and I'm doing this kind of bucking bronco thing, and I finally go up and over that ice, and then end up tumbling into the water. And this is the end result of that.
My fault, I'm sorry.
No, I saw it coming.
So that was Glen's and Carew's grand day out on the water on April 4th, 2013. We really did have a good time. We got wet. My toes got really, really cold. But it was good fun. Good, clean fun. And we even had the first swim of the season, even though it wasn't planned. Although actually, let me do, and you probably saw that short video, Glen actually had the first swim of the season. Carew had the second swim of the season. Yeah, so I wish, Dan, that, well actually, you know what, when you get here in November, we may very well do some ice skiing. You just never can tell. So, I guess from Winona, go USA.